It's almost August 2019 and our family budget plan in EveryDollar for next month is looking good because we're getting towards the end of summer, and this month we finally have our long vacation in Colombia and we're going back to school shortly after we get back. I do love summer, but the swimming and the camp schedules are exhausting. So I gotta admit that I'm a little ready for school to start again. And a few friends of mine and I were joking how we really should switch to part-time during the summer because we burn so much vacation time from having to shuttle the kids around every single day and coming in late by an hour and leaving out by an hour early. Focus, Wendy, focus. Stop. I'm all over the place today. So let's go over our family budget plan in EveryDollar for next month using our real numbers like we do every month. Hi, I'm Wendy Valencia. My husband Mauricio and I are on a long debt-free journey. And it's not only long because we have over $300,000 we're trying to pay off, but also because we're choosing to focus on multiple goals at one time. We're currently in the process of saving to purchase this home, which is my parents' home, which we love and we're so excited to be doing. And we're also finishing paying off the last $100,000 worth of our debt, all while getting Mauricio through architecture school. It's gonna be a really long, really tight 5 years financially for us. But when we come out on the other side, we are going to be in a place financially that will be amazing and it will be so worth it. So let's get into how we are organizing our money in August. So this month we are bringing in $11,001. This is just our basic salaries once they reach our checking accounts and don't include money that's taken out of our paychecks for retirement or HSAs or child care savings account or anything else that comes out of our paycheck before it actually hits our checking account. So let's walk through how we're going to organize every cent of this income. On a side note, you probably noticed that I've decided to use the term budget a lot less, and I'll tell you that was actually a conscious decision on my part. I feel like the term budget has a negative connotation, and organize your money, which is exactly what a budget is, sounds so much easier and less intense. So I've decided to start a movement to change the term budgeting to organizing your money. So people would want to do it more because, admit it, everyone wants to be organized and nobody wants to budget. Well, you want to budget because you're a budget nerd like me. But most everybody doesn't want to budget. They want to be organized. So in the utilities category, we have a total of $460.62. And that is $270 for our storage unit. Did you know we have a storage unit where absolutely everything we own is located? All the stuff you see in my videos is actually not mine. It's my parents'. Even like the bedspread on the bed is my parents', not mine. Wait, did you know we were actually living with my parents? If you didn't know either of those two things, I'm going to point you down into the description box where there is a section titled FAQs for frequently asked questions. I did a video on each one of those things because I get those questions so regularly that I felt like they deserve to be addressed in a whole video. So just scroll on down there when this video is done and go ahead and watch those two, and I'll link them at the end of the video so you don't forget. Also in the utilities category, we have our cell phones for $170.62 and Skype for $20. We use Skype to call Mauricio's parents down in Colombia on their cell phones because they actually don't have internet in their house. So when we go down to Colombia, we will actually be taking our cell phones with us and having the internet plans on those cell phones be active the entire time that we're there. In the food category, we have a very low food budget this month. Thank goodness. And we have a grand total of $450. And I know you're thinking, wow, Wendy, that's not low at all. But it's low for us. Did you just wait and watch my video for how much we spend on food this month? It's not good. That $450 is $300 for groceries and $150 for eating out. And I know that's quite a cut from my normal $800 food budget, but keep in mind, we're going to be in Colombia for over 2 weeks this month. And while we do plan on buying a lot of food while we're down there, probably a lot more than we even buy here because we'll be feeding a lot more people, that's going to be covered by our vacation budget. And my plan right now is to give you a very detailed video of exactly what we spent and how we spent it once we get back from Colombia. So you will see where every single cent of that $4,000 goes. And you will note that we have stopped paying for Home Chef. And while we love Home Chef and always will love Home Chef, my dad's getting kind of tired of cooking it. I think he misses his more freeform meals. So we're giving him a break. But it's not going away forever because everybody loves those meals. And it's so much easier on my father not having to meal plan. Because I don't meal plan for my father, that's awkward. So he meal plans for himself when he's cooking. I meal plan for us when I'm cooking. In the automotive category, we are spending a grand total of $270. And that's $200 for gas and $70 for the Easy Pass, which is our local toll road system. We were charged in July for Easy Pass, so we probably won't get charged again for this month. But you know me, I'd rather have it in there and have a surplus at the end of the month than not have enough money there. In the insurance category, we have $366.81 in there. That is $219 to USAA car and renters insurance, $100 to my life insurance, $35.81 to Mauricio's life insurance, and $12 to CMFG life insurance. In the child care category, we actually have nothing, which I think may be the first time since Melina was born that we haven't gotten child care expenses for the month. But not to worry, it's all coming back in full force next month. If there's one thing we have learned about summer camp, the cheapest one, the SAC summer camp, is actually the one that works the best with our schedule. It's flexible, drop off and pickup, has crazy long hours, like from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. And we can drop off and pick up anytime between those hours. Plus, it's got the added bonus of being able to switch off weeks during swim team season. So like 3 of the families that are on the swim team, we all get together and each one of us gets a week and we carpool, and we only have to worry about getting Melina to and from swim practice once every 3 weeks. And since swim team is really only 6 weeks long after school is out, it's kind of a huge bonus. So let's all say it together. Next summer, we're going cheap. SAC camp, SAC camp, SAC camp. But Melina will probably be bummed because by far her favorite camp this year was horse camp. In the medical category, we have $550. That's $100 for Melina, $100 for Mauricio, and I cannot for the life of me remember at this moment why I put $350 in for me. But since I know I looked at the calendar, oh yeah, I remember. That is my echocardiogram in August, and my copay on that is like $300. So that's what that is. And then $50 for 2 speech therapy appointments. So right now we have $0 in the clothing category, but that could change. I need to go through my entire closet and figure out what fits and what doesn't. I've lost enough weight at this point that my clothing is really starting to be too big and look kind of silly on me. And I'm starting a new position in September, which will require me to wear suits almost every day. So at some point, I'll be looking at what I have and what I need to get, and then maybe shopping on Poshmark to fill in the spaces. Do y'all use Poshmark? I love Poshmark for getting clothes. Now, I will be honest with you, one of my debt-free dreams is to just be able to walk into J. Crew and buy what I want, even if it's not on sale. But for now, Poshmark is really, really great. Or if there's like some really good sales, like more than 50% off, I get stuff when I need it on sale. I will tell you, there are certain things I will not buy on Poshmark, and that's like bathing suits and shoes and underwear, which I can't even fathom buying secondhand. I know some people do, and that's great, but I can't do it. In the Melina category, we have $280, and that's just for Spanish. Wait. I just realized that I really screwed up this category because, one, I think we're only having 2 Spanish classes this month, which is $140 because of our trip to Colombia. And two, I forgot to pay for fall soccer registration, which is $150. So I need to add that in. I'm pretty sure those two things will balance each other out. So we're only going to have to make like a $10 change in this category. So see, that's why I do these videos, so I can remember the things that I've forgotten. In the Mauricio school category, we have $1,200 right now, and there is a high likelihood this will be changing. The $1,200 is the registration for 2 classes this semester, which I know will happen, but the change will come in the form of a new computer. Now, I think I've mentioned this before, but Mauricio's computer's old, like 7 years old, and it's really not working that well for what he needs right now. Plus, it's a Mac, because we're an Apple family and we all love Apple products, but architecture uses CAD and Revit, which is possible to run on a Mac, but it's not ideal when he actually starts grad school because he'll be working on a Windows program at school and a Mac at home. We did spend a small amount of money to avoid having to buy a computer, hoping that we would avoid having to buy a computer, but it looks like that's not going to work for him. And while neither one of us want to buy a new computer, it may be our only option. So you may actually see our buy the home money go down this month, which makes me sad. But August is the very last month that we should have all this extra stuff going on. We also might use any leftover money from our trip to Colombia to go ahead and put towards the computer. We will be dealing with this probably right before school starts. But so you know, we will be looking for a factory refurbished computer because, as you all know, this is the way we always buy our electronics. It's just good money sent. Exact same new computer, but like $100 less. Yes, please. In the work expenses category, we've got nada. In the miscellaneous category, we have a $100 cushion for stuff that just comes up, because it always does. And trust me when I tell you, I have tried taking out this category and I'm over every single budget every single time. In the YouTube category, we still have $1,038.50 in there. And that's $4.50 for TubeBuddy, $6 for Backblaze, $9 for Morning Fame, $19 for Later, and then $1,000 for the website. And I spoke with the lady who's going to be working on my site, and she's going to be starting it soon. So she's finally getting caught up, and I'm finally moving close to the top of the list. And I do want to have something in place by FinCon. So hopefully, the good thing is that I already have months of content written, so by the time it goes live, I'll be good to go. In the straight up luxuries category, we have $355.93. That's $200 for Blue Money, $36 for iTunes, $14.95 for Audible, $3.99 for Amazon Music. And so our Hulu is 99 cents, but I just got an email yesterday afternoon that someone was logging into my Hulu account in Belarus. And then about 2 hours later, they emailed me saying that my account had been closed. So we are going to reach out to Hulu and see what happened. We're supposed to have Hulu at 99 cents for another like 5 months or so. When we logged in, we tried to register for that, but that wasn't an option to reinstate our Hulu account. So Mauricio is going to email them and ask when he has some time. And then I also have another $100 in there for online shopping for things that I forget we need or we just decide we want randomly. We are most definitely not of the minimalist mindset here in the Valencia household. We like stuff. Not gonna lie. In the beauty category, we have $65. That's $45 for Mauricio's haircut and my hair color from Sally Beauty. And we have an additional $20 in there for nail stuff, also from Sally Beauty, because I do my own nails. In the sinking fund category, we are finally below $1,000, and I find that so exciting. And that's because in August, we are finally going on our big trip to Colombia, and we have $4,000 ready to spend, and that's $3,000 that we have planned and the extra $1,000 that we kind of have as a cushion. So we are not going to save any more for that, obviously, until we start planning on saving for our next trip, which will probably be 2 Christmases from now. Knowing Mauricio's school schedule far enough in advance to get a great deal on tickets is difficult. So if we go at Christmas, we can maybe book a year in advance so the tickets are not insanely expensive. So also in this category, we have $200 for summer camp, $150 for medical, $100 for car repair replace, $300 for Christmas, $100 for an emergency trip to Colombia, $50 for miscellaneous school expenses to help with the money hemorrhage that we seem to do at the beginning of the school year every year. And we are not contributing to our emergency fund or our work travel fund because both of those are fully funded. Now, ignore the remaining category for sinking funds because that's actually like the balance category, but those balances are incredibly wrong. One of my major pet peeves with EveryDollar is that if I update my funds in the previous month, but I have already created the next month's budget, they don't auto update across the board. And then you can't even go in and update them until the next month, which is stupid annoying to me. So needless to say, I actually started creating this budget in like May or June. So those balances are from then, I think, because I forgot to update them this month. In the giving category, we have $650, which includes our charitable giving, one birthday gift, and our giving sinking fund. And now for the debt. So we are starting to rid ourselves of those big $1,000 items. And I'm talking about saving for the trip and my website. So we can start to push our saving for the house and paying off these last two consumer debts by the end of this year, next year. And I'm going to do a whole video on that. So we're going to almost double our car payment and put $800 towards the car and $1,200 towards the USAA loan. The tax loan will be wrapped into the sale of the house. So by the end of next year, we will just have the school loan left and then the two school loans that we co-signed for, which don't come due for like 4 or 5 more years. Then in the saving for the future category, we will be putting away $2,314 unless we end up buying the computer, and then that will be less depending on how much we are able to use from the Colombia money. Either way, we knew we would need to get through August before we could kick this new plan in high gear. So if you enjoyed this very long, detailed look into our budget for the next month, share it with a friend and help spread the love. And if you like this kind of stuff, be sure to click the like button because it really does help me know what y'all like and what you don't like. And if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and click that big old subscribe button as well, because we do a super detailed video like this twice a month. And in the case of big expenses like vacations and Christmas, and sometimes we do a lot more than 2 in a month. And don't forget that if you want to see why we have a storage unit or why we live with my parents, I'm going to go ahead and put one of those videos right up here and the other one will be right down here. Click and keep on watching. So I'll see you in the next one. See ya. We're out.